because I had to pee, and now they're getting that on live. Okay, great. Fantastic. Dun, 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 dun. I'm now live. Oh, thank God. Sorry I'm late. I had to pee. And with that, welcome to your weekly live with the Quilting Shed from Fredericton in New Brunswick in Canada. In case you're seeing this, God knows where else. So now that you're here, maybe, maybe not. Some of you working stiffs might be at work trying to tune in or watching the sunrise from points west of here. Super appreciated. Or maybe you're watching this at a later date and you are cozy in bed on a Saturday morning. Hello, future people. How is it there? This is me from the past. I've been watching a lot of time travel movies recaps lately. It's wild. Anyway, that was not in my list of topics to talk about. So, how'd that shop hop go? I am very tired. The shop hop went fantastically. We keep talking about it. I know. Shout out to the organizers once again for hosting and publicizing. And I mean, there's not a lot to organize from their end. Just make sure everybody's on board and sort of herd the cats a bit and let people know. But we had people coming all the way down from Ontario. So, and this time I had people coming up from Nova Scotia. Great. Looks like it's going to happen again in April. So April, September, April, September. We'll do some shop hops. It'll probably keep growing. And this year, the thing I did different was because I had a little bit more notice. We didn't have any classes that weekend, and I was able to, because I hadn't scheduled any yet, which is good. Well, we had a lot of notice, so I hadn't scheduled them. We had lots of time. That's my point, not I'm horribly behind. I mean, I am, but we're just going to pretend for a minute that it worked out that way very nicely, and everything was copacetic and organized. So, I don't have to tell them about my mistakes. Yes, I do. It gives realism. It makes me relatable. You could watch somebody else's videos where everything is carefully curated in the background and everything looks awesome and perfect and they never make any mistakes. Or you could just watch me. This is great. Awesome. Fantastic. Appreciate you. Thanks, Mom. Um, it is Wednesday, October the 1st, and I had a point in there somewhere. Yeah, I had extended hours on Saturday. I normally close at 2. I stayed open until 4. I'm usually closed on Sundays, and I stayed open this Sunday from 10 till 4. It was a bit quieter on Sunday, but shout out to the retreat girls who all stopped in. And a special shout out to Lynn Mersero and Nancy, whose name I absolutely forgot. It'll come to me in a minute. From Quilts of Valor. They were here. I let them hang out in the shop. They set up an area to promote their worthy organization and do a little fundraising. They had some giveaways. Told everybody what their organization was about. We've been doing a drop-off thing for them for a while. Happy to help. Lynn's been invaluable for me personally and business-wise. Her husband, Don, actually services all our sewing machines. So yeah, if you have a sewing machine serger of any kind and you need it serviced and you're in the area and you're looking for somebody to do that, just drop it off here. We'll get you hooked up. There we go. So that's that, I guess. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I can't show you those. I don't have them. Okay. The other things that popped up, other people knew that Canada Post was on strike before I did, and I shipped stuff out and I was getting mail orders in. Like ordered through my shop over the weekend. I was like, oh, sugar biscuits. So aside from the orders that have already come in, sometime yesterday, I think, or Monday. No, it was before that. I think it was Monday night. We decided, me and the CFO looked at some numbers and things because we can switch to the ones that I have. If you've placed an order and I haven't shipped it yet, it is going to be shipped out probably by courier. But right now, everything is a mess. Not just in my shop, but with the couriers, because the strike is also blocking one of the couriers. So that's been fun, and actually getting my stuff. It's kind of a nightmare when you're not set up for it, and you got to figure out which parcels are going where and how they're getting there. because not all couriers deliver to all addresses. And I have one phone order that was placed for a very lovely elderly lady who lives in St. John. And my mom was here yesterday and goes to St. John often. So her order is being hand delivered. And mom said if anybody's in St. John and needs anything, it won't be in a timely manner, but at this point, probably faster than mailing it. So she's up here on a regular basis. She goes to St. John on a regular basis. If you're in St. John, there you go. So temporarily, if you need something mailed from my online shop, it's not going to happen unless your order's already here. So don't panic if you've already placed an order. Local pickup orders are still viable. So if you go through the checkout, the only option right now says local pickup. That's it. And if you really, 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 really want to grab something before it's gone, you can leave me a note and say, look, I know you can't ship this, but can you hold it for me? And I've paid for it. And honestly, it takes me at least a month to notice if something hasn't been picked up yet. So don't worry about how long it might take, unless it's like 6 months or whatever. 3 months is probably a bit too long. And I feel like time's a wasting. Like we hit the ground running again this morning, but when don't we? Oh, I can show that off. Snowy did a sample. We did show you these panels, I think, last week, recently. So we got in a lot of space panels. We have a Space Odyssey collection line from Northcott. I'm pretty sure I showed it. I showed it last week, didn't I?
You may have shown some of it.
I think I showed some of it, and it had a lot of panels with it. It had 2 different tote bags, 2 different backpacks, 2 different regular panels, and a bunting panel. Yeah, I did show it because I'm like, we love a good bunting. And then a lot of space stuff. And then the next day, one of my grandkids was by who super loves space things, and they were like, oh my God, this is amazing. I love being a cool grandmother. Of course, the oldest grandkid thinks I'm lame, but whatever. So Snowy made one of the tote bags. There we go. Look at that. And lined it. It's very easy to line. Just put another piece of fabric on the other side and treat it as if it were one. And we've got some French seams happening in here. Look at that. Nice, neat finish.
Show them the nice stitching I did on the straps.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the nice pocket in there, the top stitching. We've got some fancy action with the handles here.
And you can do that with the
Good job.
What's included.
And that's with just what's included. The only thing that was added to the panel here was the lining, which is completely optional.
Yep.
There you go. So we have those. What are they, 20?
20, yes.
They are 20 because they are canvas.
Yes.
They're a nice lightweight canvas and pretty sturdy. So if you have a space nerd in your family, nothing wrong with that. We love space nerds. We love nerds and geeks of all kinds. I just noticed I have an automated comment that says, yeah, we ship all over the place. Oops. I'm going to unpin that. We are not shipping until the strike is over. Okay. What else have we got? So I got that. So it's the first of the month, and normally what happens, month rolls over, I look at old fabric that we got in a few months ago and start marking stuff down. So you will see things show up on the website that are newly on sale. One of the things that I'm not sure if we did it yet, because like I said, it's been a morning. It's always, I know. I woke up before 7 o'clock too. Like the time change is coming, and I can tell because like I'm sure 2 weeks ago, the sunset was at least a half an hour different. And I'm really, my whole body shifts. I just go with the sun. For somebody who doesn't like the outdoors, I sure do have ties to it. I know. Just being pulled by the moon. So one of the things that's about to be marked down, and usually when we start marking down new fabric, the first round is 20% off. So Anna Green Gables will be 20% off. All the Halloween fabrics will be 20% off. That's all you need to know right now, I guess. So look for that. It's coming. And if you pop in and we haven't yet marked it down, we will do it as we ring you up, I guess. Dun, dun, dun. We have a class listed on the classes page. Please sign up. We have a couple of people signed up already, but it is to make the Selvage Tote by Emily Fong from Mauve Bandit Designs. You still need to buy the pattern for this, but if you already have the pattern and you were like afraid to start, sign up for the class. Emily will walk you through it, how to get started. We'll make some progress on the tote bag. It's on the website, Selvage Class on our classes page. It will be on a Tuesday, in the middle of the day, middle of the week, middle of the day. Let me check my calendar again. Dun, dun, dun. It's on the October the 14th. So you got like 2 weeks. Eek! 2 weeks. I think I put a picture of the materials you need. And also, you know, you can shop while you're at class. That's possible. So what you need to get started is a bunch of salvages and some of the foam stabilizer stuff. You might have some at home. You do need like a big package, a 36 by 58 package. So sign up. It should be fun. It should be fun. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I have new stickers, but I don't have one right here to show you, but I did get some stickers. So we've been giving out stickers to people lately. It's fantastic. The ones that are waiting to mail, you're totally getting a sticker. That's the first thing I did. I'm pretty happy with them. Something we did have in the shop hop that, this did really well at the Mactaquack Craft Festival, and we did sell some through the shop hop, but in case you missed them, bowl cozy kits. You always wanted to make a bowl cozy. This makes one for $6. No leftovers, no waste. You don't have to worry about like an extra bag of stuffing you're never going to use. We've coordinated them for you. It's got the instructions in there and everything. Well, this one doesn't because it was extra out back and I grabbed it. So if you've always wanted to try making a bowl cozy, but you didn't want to, you know, have a huge investment, $6, you can make one. Come see me. And my assistant has handed me stickers. Look at this. Will that be cute on your water bottle or what? Or like your sewing machine? Yes, yes. Good morning, my quilty friend, says Willa. Good morning. So yeah, my mom was in here to visit yesterday too. It was great. She made a cup of tea. It was pretty quiet. It was a nice and quiet day. I needed that. I needed that. Some of the new notions and things that we got in, because of course, while we were prepping for shop, we were getting orders in with new stock. If you were here, everything was hiding behind the Quilts of Valor quilt. And I said to Lynn, we're gonna push everything back so the classroom's gone temporarily and put your stuff in front of all the junk and throw it all behind. Anyway, it was fun. We had a riot. Quilt As You Go Mix and Match 12 block quilt kit. Quilt As You Go. That's printed on the batting. So we have a few of those. This has no price tag. Oh, yes, it does. $40. $40. Use your scraps. You can get going with that. That'll be great. Some darner needles. The the Bohin ones. They're all very fine. They would be for like darning very fine fabrics like cotton, and darners for mending. These are the DMC darners. These are really big, really thick. This would be more for embroidery and yarn type things. Small yarn and floss. I got those in because it was requested. People go through these things. And some very fine glass head pins. Wow, these are nice. These are not the super short ones either. So they're the glass head pins, regular length, very fine, good for applique, and they're glass head so you can iron over them. They're not going to melt because they're glass. I watched a video how they made those. It's really cool. Some fancy zipper tape. I didn't need this, but I wanted it, and I was going through one of my suppliers restocking things, and I was like, oh yeah, we had some of this in black and white before. I think the black and white was out. So I got the pink and white with the silver. This is where you make the bag where you have the patterns where the zippers like tape is, you can see a lot of it. This is where you do this. But my friend Tammy wants you to know the ones that are woven fancy like this, they do have a tend to pull a little. So be very confident in your stitching, because if you take it out and have to redo it, it gets a little, you know, testy. And I had these big rainbow zipper pulls in before. Those were with the normal things. They fit on the Emmeline zippers. They fit on this one as well. But also the same company had in the rainbow zipper pulls these flower head pulls. I like these packages because there's not a ton. Like there's only 4 zipper pulls in here, and sometimes you don't want to buy like a package of 10 or 15 or whatever. And there were six zipper pulls in this one, and these, oh my God, let me tell you, I'm trying not to steal these for myself. Skulls, rainbow skulls, rainbow skulls. Now we have some of the skull zipper pulls from Emmeline in the various metals, and they are a little tinier and daintier and subtler. But if you really wanted to embrace your inner rainbow goth, and I mean with shows like Wednesday Addams, this kind of stuff is very popular. I know. Your favorite goth will love it. Maybe it's you and your inner goth. Some patterns that we got in because, you know, time's a wasting. I did a paper piecing class and we've got some paper piecing patterns coming in. These are for just like small block, either really big blocks or some mini quilts. This one makes a 32 by 32. Look at that dragonfly. Isn't that cute? You could just take the dragonfly portion there and incorporate it into something else. You didn't have to do a whole circle of them. The modern moths, yeah, you could do a lot. That's some nice fabric used in there too. Ooh, yeah, those big florals and stuff. I love that. Anna Marie says, hey, we actually had this one before, the Buzz mini quilt. I know, it's cute. You don't use a striped fabric for the wings. You just use some black and some white. There you go. Now, the other thing that's in, this is for all you people who can actually do the hand stitching with the English paper piecing. These patterns have iron-on English paper piecing pieces for these projects in with the pattern. I know, you want a small project to hand stitch. Look at these cute little, like, tiny bags and things. This one's linen. We do have linen. They use linen and other cotton fabrics. They use linen for the body and stuff. That is adorable. Like when I did hand stitch, I had about enough patience for something this tiny. So if you like some handwork, this is cute. Oh my God, that's cute. And no, I don't have prices on that. What, do you think I'm like organized? Have you been here long? Let me know if you're interested. I will send you the price later. I got multiple copies of this book and I've already sold one. Patchwork jackets. Yes. And it has the pattern in it. And I believe there's a link in here in case you don't want to copy the pattern or it's hard for you to copy or you don't want to. I think they have a link in here somewhere where to download the PDF. Something. But there are a few different styles of quilted jackets. How to get them to fit. What does it say? 4 approaches, 10 distinctive designs, and 2 downloadable patterns. So, yeah. If you've never done garment sewing, the jacket itself is very simple, very unstructured, and very exciting. That's what. What do you do with your scraps of Fireside and Cuddle and Minky? You can sew other things with it. We keep telling people, save your scraps because you can sew other things. And here's a book full of things to sew with your leftover scraps. Like, okay, maybe not a clutch. There's a bag on the back, but like a cute little sack for baby. A hood. You could do the lining in a hood. Some stuffy toys. Oh, somebody did one of those pillows. There was some good idea in here. A poncho? Neat. Some other little stuffies, arm warmers, a sleep sack thingy. I've seen there's ideas here for the front of the quilt. Look at this. You can do those. So if you have a lot of plush sort of stuff left over from your quilt backs or you like working with fuzzy stuff, got a book for you. And dun, dun, dun. I had this sort of thing in before. You can buy a pattern and make these with, you know, a few $100s in supplies, or you just buy this one. Sometimes it's just fun making them. But if you always wanted one of these sort of organizer bags for all of your supplies, and you were really intimidated by making one, because honestly, this is a lot of work. And these inserts come out. And you saw I made that crochet bag, right? You could just buy one. You could just buy one. Or you could buy one for your, you know, your friends or something. And it's only $50. I guarantee you can't make it for that. Somebody did, but, you know, they got a whole factory full of people working on stuff like that. They have methods. And finally, I was really jazzed to see these patterns, especially, yeah, again, they're paper piece because we just had a class and I was ordering stuff and it was on my mind. So, you know me. This is from a company called Everyday Stitches, and the whole series of patterns I think is hilarious and I love it. They're each wall hanging size, but if you got all of them, you could put them all together in a quilt and it would be amazing. Uh, Pippa the Pin. Pippa the Pin. Not Peppa Pig. Pippa Pin. Callie the Cutter. It's a rotary cutter. Paper piece rotary. Yeah. Sadie the Scissors. Oh, they went a different way with this one. Rita the Ripper. Not Jack. Rita. It could have been Jacqueline the Ripper. No, but they went with the alliteration here. It's Rita the Ripper. And shout out to all the Bonnies I know. Bonnie the Bobbin. This would absolutely look really cute because it's nice. It's nice anyway, as in terms of like artwork, and it's subtle. And if you're not a sewer, you don't. It could be mugs. It could be spools of something else. It's not like a sewing related thing at first glance. I mean, that's so cute. I could see that hanging in somebody's hallway. Anna Marie said the bees. Not the bees, Anna Marie. Not the bees. So we got more stuff in here that I could show you, but I want to give myself a few minutes time. And because we did shift the time, I'm finding the videos are winding up a little bit shorter, which is fine. Because, as they say, we don't take forever to say goodbye. You know who you are. Love you, babe. So, any comments, questions, suggestions, or general mayhem, just let us know. Feel free to shoot us a message or email anytime. We will eventually get back to you. Or stop in and see us. So, yeah, full-on spooky season. I'm going to let you go now. Oh, you know what else we got in? No, wait. You knew I was going to do that. So I have some polyester batting that's on the roll, but people who like the poly batting, the white stuff that you normally hand quilt, it's 100% polyester. It's very thin. It's a low loft is what they call it. It still keeps you warm. It's still sturdy enough. It's not tall and fluffy. It's thin. So it's low loft. That's the terminology. Some people prefer their batting to be fluffier if they want the poly. So we do have some fluffier polyester batting, and we have it bagged. So we have it different, like full, queen, possibly king. So we have those in stock, and it is a different brand. It is the Hobbs Poly Down, which I know is quite nice. And it is a bit loftier, so it's not super lofty. It's probably about medium. And it is decent to hand quilt. So if you were looking for the polyester batting, we do have it in stock in something fluffier and not cheap feeling. I can't remember the price offhand, but it's not like the cheap feeling stuff. I did have some stuff before that was, it was nice and lofty, but to feel the batting itself was, I didn't like it, and I don't even hand quilt anymore, but yeah. It needled well, but I didn't like, sometimes you get some and it's just really rough. And I know some of you don't like that, and I totally get it. So I got something different for you. You know, because I'm a giver like that. I need a haircut really bad. It's doing this. It's doing the Tintin thing. You know the cartoon Tintin? Yeah, he's got the hair. It goes whoosh. With that in mind, I think I will actually leave you now because we got to open up, and I've got a pile of work that you would think I would have got done yesterday, but no. I got myself organized, so I got to go do those things. How much for the jacket book? Do you remember how much for the jacket book?
Not offhand.
Not offhand. I will message you later there, Anna Marie, or we will leave a comment with links and prices and things. That's how organized we are today. You love to see it. You love it, and I love you. So thank you, everyone who came to see us this weekend. And for those of you who came either before or after, just to not overwhelm us, oh my God, you the real VMP. Love ya. I will talk to you later, and I will see you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.